We're starting to experience the apocalyptic weather of the end times, Michael Snyder reports. Have you noticed that we're being hit by an endless series of weather emergencies? Here in the middle of 2023, farms in the Midwest are being devastated by a seemingly endless drought. Massive dust storms are happening as far north as Illinois. Residents of Vermont just experienced the worst flooding they've seen in nearly 100 years. And the Southwest is being baked by unprecedented heat. I realize that this is a very sensitive topic. A large portion of the population insists that what we're witnessing is normal, quote unquote, while another large portion of the population believes that we can fix the weather by changing our behavior. Unfortunately, both groups are wrong. What we're beginning to experience is the apocalyptic weather of the end times. The things are only going to get crazier during the months and years ahead that are in front of us. Right now, the horrifying heat wave that's frying the southwest is making the headlines all over the nation. Across a wide swath of the U.S. from Texas to Nevada, a major heat wave that is threatening to break temperature records continue to bake parts of South and Southwest on Wednesday, sending people scrambling for relief and adding to what has become a series of weather extremes that researchers say fit the pattern of a warming environment. Temperatures well into the triple digits are expected this weekend from California to Texas to Florida, with parts of Nevada forecast to reach 116 degrees Fahrenheit and cities in Arizona expected to hit a staggering 118 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures this high are life-threatening, and it's likely that quite a few people will die from the heat in the days ahead. In Phoenix, there is a possibility that the city could actually see the 120-degree mark for only the fourth time ever. While the 120-degree mark is not certainty for Phoenix, it is possible late this week and this upcoming weekend. AccuWeather senior meteorologist Alex Sosnowski warned this week of forecast temperatures for the famously arid city known as Arizona's Valley of the Sun. The city has seen 13 consecutive 110 Fahrenheit plus days, and now weather experts warn the city may soon challenge its all-time record of 18 days. The all-time record high in Phoenix is 122 degrees. There is a chance that record could get broken, but even now the heat is so intense that it's actually melting tar on the roofs of some homes. How bad is the Phoenix heat wave? The tar is melting off the newish roof on our house, Astrid Galvin shared in a post. On TikTok, the hilarious resident shared a video of himself frying an egg on a grill that was not plugged in but heated up by the sun. "Gotta love Arizona summers," the creator captioned in the video. "That is hot." Unfortunately, conditions are going to be like this for a while. These oppressive temperatures are being caused by a heat dome that is now set to persist through much of this month. The sprawling area of high pressure, currently positioned directly over Four Corners, is responsible for the scorching temperatures, which are unusual even for the notoriously hot expanse. Known as the heat dome to meteorologists, the phenomenon is now set to persist through much of the month, scorching metros in Arizona, Nevada, and California in the process. And of course, this is happening in the context of a historic global heat wave. In fact, we're being told that last month was the warmest June since at least 1850. Last month was the warmest June globally since at least 1850, when record keeping began, according to a new report by Berkeley Earth, a non-profit research organization that focuses on climate data analysis. The report found that June 2023 broke the previous record set last year by a large margin, putting the planet on track for more of one of the warmest years on record, if not the warmest. Meanwhile, ocean temperatures also continue to rise. If you can believe it, in some areas off the coast of Florida are actually experiencing hot tub-like water temperatures. Buoys off the coast of Florida measured hot tub-like water temperatures near 97 degrees Fahrenheit on Monday in the shallow, hot-prone Florida Bay, between the southern tip of Florida and the Keys. The more ecologically vital and expansive coral reefs are located east and south of the Florida Keys, but the buoy measurements indicate just how extreme the heat in Florida has been so unusually early in the summer. Ocean temperatures around Florida actually usually get hotter as the summer progresses and don't reach their peak until late August into September, Manzello said, meaning ocean temperatures could rise even further. If ocean temperatures stay this high, it will significantly intensify any major storms that come along later this year. Perhaps this explains why Farmers Insurance has suddenly decided to completely pull out of the state of Florida. Farmers Insurance will stop offering its policies in Florida, including home, auto, and umbrella policies, in a change that will force thousands of people to change their insurance provider. The company said in a statement that its decision to get out of Florida was a business decision necessary to manage its risk exposure in the hurricane-prone state. Farmers serves 100,000 customers in Florida, but said there will be no impact to customers who use Farmers-owned subsidiaries like Foremost, Signature, and Bristol West. So why is all this happening? Well, whenever there is a lot of solar activity, temperatures tend to rise, and right now sunspot activity has spiked to very alarming levels. So we're being cooked from above, and we're also being cooked from beneath. In a previous article, I discussed some of the very unusual things that are happening on our ocean floors. For example, scientists recently discovered a sprawling field of hydrothermal vents on the floor of the Atlantic Ocean that are releasing materials hot enough to melt lead. On March 12, a team of scientists gathered in a control room of RV Falkor, an oceanographic research vessel operated by Schmidt Ocean Institute. They watched the monitor of a camera-wielding underwater drone, or ROV, and as it explored the deep sea 2,000 meters, that's 6,600 feet below the ship. When the screen showed a plume of black smoke, the scientists cheered. The video showed a sprawling field of hydrothermal vents, fissures in the seabed where seawater mixes with magma on the Puy de Fôle volcano in the mid-Atlantic ridge. Some of the vents, known as black smokers, had formed tall chimneys of iron sulfide deposits that gushed out dark sulfurous plumes with temperatures up to about 340 degrees Celsius, that's 644 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. And during the months and years to come, our planet will get even more unstable, and that's because we really are living in the end times. Sadly, most people don't want to hear the truth. Most people just assume that the politicians have everything under control, but they don't. What's happening to us is outside of our control, and the birth pains that we are experiencing will only become more intense in the days ahead. This is by Michael Snyder. He says about the author, "My name is Michael, and my brand new book entitled End Times is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written 6 other books that are available on Amazon, including 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters, Commissions Earned. When you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing. And one way that you can really help is by sending copies as gifts to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I've also started a brand new Substack newsletter, and I encourage you to subscribe so that you won't miss any of the latest updates. I've published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the Most Important News. And the articles that I published on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely, happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is definitely great help. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, I strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. And this is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.